Before we talk about your health, I want to talk about your car. Imagine you buy a brand new car, a Mercedes or a Maruti. It doesn't matter. You park it in your garage, you cover it with a cloth, and then you leave it there for 10 years. You never start the engine, you never drive it, you just let it sit in one spot. After 10 years, you walk into the garage and try to turn the key. What will happen? Will the engine roar to life? No. The battery will be dead, the tires will be flat and cracked, the oil will be turned into sludge, the pipes will be rusted. That beautiful machine is now a piece of junk. Why? Not because you used it too much, but because you didn't use it at all. Now look at your own body. Specifically, look at the area between your waist and your thighs. This is your engine room. This is where your prostate, your bladder, and your reproductive organs live. For the last 20 or 30 years of your office life, what have you done with this engine? You sat on a chair. You drove to work, sitting. You sat at a desk for 8 hours. You drove home, sitting. You sat on the sofa to watch news. You sat at the dining table. My friends, you have created a medical disaster inside your own body. We doctors have a name for it. We call it dead pelvis syndrome. You might be taking the best medicines. You might be drinking the golden triangle tea I taught you in the last video. But listen to me closely. Medicine travels in your blood. If the blood cannot reach the organ, the medicine cannot reach the organ. When you sit for 10 hours a day, you are literally crushing the blood vessels that feed your prostate. Think of a garden hose watering a plant. If you park a heavy car on top of that hose, what happens to the water flow? It stops. The plant on the other side starts to wither and die. Your prostate is that plant, and your heavy body weight on the chair is the car parking on the hose. I want you to be honest with me right now. Count the hours. Office, car, sofa, dining table. How many hours a day do you spend sitting? Is it 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours? Type the number in the comments below. Let's see who has the highest score and sadly the highest risk. When you sit, your hips are bent at a 90-degree angle. This kinks the major arteries, the iliac arteries and the femoral arteries. This creates a condition called ischemia, which means lack of oxygen. Your prostate gland is suffocating. It is gasping for fresh blood and oxygen. And when a part of the body is starved of oxygen, what does it do? It gets inflamed, it gets sick, and in the case of the prostate, it creates scar tissue and it grows bigger just to try to survive. Furthermore, blood flow is a two-way street. Fresh blood comes in, but dirty blood, venous blood, must go out. When your pelvis is dead and motionless, the toxic waste products, the carbon dioxide, and the inflammatory markers get trapped in the pelvic bowl. They accumulate like garbage in a strike. This stagnant swamp of toxins is the root cause of chronic pelvic pain syndrome and prostatitis. And let's talk about the other elephant in the room, the manhood issue. Many of you ask me, Dr. Vikram, I am 55. I have lost the spark. The current is gone. Is it just old age? No, it is not old age. It is lack of voltage. An erection is purely a hydraulic event. It requires a massive rush of blood to enter the region instantly. If your pipes are rusty, if the valves are sticky, and if the pump is weak because you haven't used it, how can you expect the hydraulic system to work? You have a dead battery because you haven't driven the car. So what is the solution? Oh, Dr. Vikram, I will join the gym tomorrow. I will run on the treadmill for 1 hour. No, stop. Please, Uncle Ji, do not do that. If you are over 50 and suddenly start running or jumping with heavy weights, you will destroy your knees and your lower back before you fix your prostate. High-impact exercise increases cortisol, stress hormone, which is bad for testosterone. We do not need to burn calories, we need to activation. We need specific, targeted movements that open the hip joints, stretch the groin, and squeeze the pelvic organs like a sponge to wash them out.
We need yoga, but not just any yoga. You don't need to stand on your head. I have selected 3 ancient asanas from Hatha Yoga scriptures. These are specifically designed for the Mooladhara chakra, the energy center of your prostate and testes. These exercises will do 3 things. Unlock. They will open the kinks in the arteries. Pump. They will force fresh, oxygenated blood into the gland. Strengthen. They will tighten the pelvic floor muscles so you can hold your urine and control your bladder. The best part? You can do them on your bed. You can do them in your pajamas, and they take less than 10 minutes. Are you ready to start the engine? Let's move to the first asana. This one is called the Cobra. It is time to wake up your kidneys. Let's start with asana number 1. In Sanskrit, it is called Bhujangasana. In English, the Cobra pose. Why a cobra? Because a cobra is strong, flexible, and full of potential energy. But Dr. Vikram, why are we doing a back exercise for a urinary problem? Here is the anatomy secret. Where are your kidneys located? Most people point to their belly. Wrong. Your kidneys are located in your back, just under your rib cage on either side of your spine. When you have weak kidneys or low energy, you often feel a dull ache in your lower back. The Cobra pose is designed to create a gentle, healthy compression on the kidneys and the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands sit on top of the kidneys like little hats. They control your energy, your stamina, and your stress response. By squeezing them gently, we wring them out like a sponge, flushing out stale blood and allowing fresh blood to rush in when we release. How to do it? The senior citizen way. I don't want you to push up like a gymnast. We will do the baby cobra. Lie down on your stomach on your bed or a yoga mat. Keep your legs together, feet flat. Place your palms on the floor right next to your chest under your shoulders. Inhale slowly. As you inhale, peel your head and chest off the floor. Look up at the ceiling. Important, keep your elbows bent and close to your body. Do not straighten your arms fully. Keep your hips on the floor. Hold this position for 10 seconds. Breathe normally. Feel the gentle pressure in your lower back. Exhale and lower yourself down slowly. Repeat this 3 times. This simple arch sends a signal to your kidneys. Wake up, get to work. Do you often feel a dull pain or stiffness in your lower back after waking up? If yes, type back pain in the comments. This Cobra pose is going to be your new best friend. Now, let's move to asana number 2. This is the money maker for the prostate. It is called Baddha Konasana, the butterfly pose or cobbler's pose. If you look at the anatomy of the pelvis, the prostate gland is buried deep inside the groin between the bladder and the rectum. The arteries that feed this area run through the inner thighs. When you sit in a chair, you squeeze your legs together. You block these inner thigh arteries. You are literally choking the blood supply to your private department. The butterfly pose does the exact opposite. It forces the hips open. It stretches the inner thighs, the adductors. It opens the floodgates for fresh blood to rush directly into the pelvic bowl. How to do it? Sit up straight on your bed or floor. Bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet together. Your legs will make a diamond shape. Pull your heels as close to your groin as comfortably possible. Do not force it. If your knees are high up in the air, that is okay. It means your hips are tight from years of sitting. Hold your feet with your hands, straighten your spine. Now start flapping your knees up and down like the wings of a butterfly. Do not go fast, flap gently, up and down, up and down. Imagine that your legs are wings and with every flap you are pumping fresh oxygenated blood into your prostate. Pump the bad blood out, pump the good blood in. Do this for 1 to 2 minutes. Close your eyes. Visualize the red blood nourishing the gland. I challenge you to try this right now while watching. Sit down. Put your feet together. Can you get your knees to touch the floor, or are they stuck high up?
Be honest. Type stuck high if your hips are tight or flexible if your knees are low. You see, most of you are stuck high. That proves your pelvis is tight and dead. But if you do this butterfly for 2 minutes every day, within 1 month, your knees will drop lower. And as your knees drop, your prostate health will rise. But there is one more thing. We have massaged the kidneys, Cobra, we have opened the blood flow, butterfly, but we still have a leaky tap. Many of you have the problem of dribbling. You finish peeing, you zip up, and then drip drip, red pants. Embarrassing. Or maybe you have the problem of urgency. You can't hold it when the urge comes. This happens because the muscle valve, the sphincter, is weak. How do we tighten a loose screw in the human body? We need the third and final technique. It is a secret mudra called Ashwini Mudra, the horse gesture. This is not the same as Kegel exercises. It is deeper, it is ancient, and it is the secret to reclaiming your sexual control. Are you ready to learn the secret of the stallion? We have woken up the kidneys with the cobra, we have opened the highways with the butterfly. Now we arrive at the most important part of this video, the crown jewel of men's health. If you only remember one thing from today, let it be this. I am going to teach you a technique called Ashwini Mudra. In Sanskrit, Ashwa means horse, Mudra means gesture or seal. So this is the horse gesture. Why did the ancient rishis name it after a horse? Have you ever observed a stallion, a strong male horse? He is a symbol of power, stamina, and virility. The ancients noticed a very specific behavior in the horse. After the horse passes stool, defecates, it rhythmically contracts and releases its anal sphincter muscle. It does this again and again and again. The horse instinctively knows that this pumping action pulls energy back up into the body. It strengthens the pelvic floor, it locks the energy inside instead of letting it leak out. Modern science calls this the pelvic floor muscle, specifically the PC muscle. You might have heard of Kegel exercises from Western doctors. They tell you, squeeze and hold, hold, hold. But listen to me closely. Ashwini Mudra is not the same as Kegel. And knowing the difference is the reason why Kegels often fail for men over 50. When you do a Western Kegel and you just squeeze and hold tightly, you are creating tension. Your prostate is already tight, your pelvis is already stiff. Why would you add more tension to a tense muscle? Holding tension blocks blood flow. Ashwini Mudra is different. It is not a static hold, it is a rhythmic pulsation. It is contract, release, contract, release. Like a heartbeat. Dub, lub, dub, lub. Or think of a jellyfish swimming in the ocean. It squeezes to move up and it relaxes to open. Squeeze, open. Squeeze, open. This rhythmic action acts like a suction pump. Every time you contract, you pull blood up. Every time you release, you flush blood down. You are physically pumping fresh oxygen into the prostate gland and the urinary sphincter. Why do you need this? Stop the dribble. The muscle you are exercising acts like the tap washer. If the washer is loose, the tap drips. By strengthening this muscle, you tighten the washer. No more wet spots on your pants. Control the urge. When the bladder screams emergency, a strong Ashwini Mudra sends a signal to the brain. I am in control. We can wait. The bedroom benefit. This is also the base of your erection. A weak base means a weak structure. A strong pulsating base means better blood retention and better control over timing. This is a bit personal, but we are all adults here. Have you ever experienced that embarrassing moment where you zipped up your pants, started walking, and then felt a few drops leak out? We call it post-micturition dribble. If you know this feeling, type I know it in the comments. Ashwini Mudra fixes exactly this.
You can do this anywhere. Nobody needs to know you are doing it. You can do it while watching TV, while driving, at a red light, or sitting in your office chair.
But to learn it, let's do it sitting down. The seat. Sit in a comfortable cross-legged position, Sukhasana, or sit on a chair with feet flat. Keep your spine straight. Hands on your knees. The focus. Close your eyes. Bring your attention to your anal region. Yes, the anus. In yoga, this is the Mooladhara chakra, root center. The inhale, the lift. As you inhale slowly through your nose, gently contract the anal sphincter. Imagine you are trying to pull a drop of water up inside you using only your anus. Pull it up towards your navel. Note, do not squeeze your buttocks, glutes. Do not squeeze your thighs. Your butt cheeks should remain soft. Only the internal ring should tighten. This takes practice. The release. As you exhale, let go completely. Drop the muscle. Relax it fully. Feel the area expand. The rhythm. Now find a rhythm. Squeeze, 1 second. Release, 1 second. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Do not hold your breath. Keep breathing normally while the pump works below. Common mistakes to avoid. Mistake 1. Clenching the jaw or making a face. Your face should be relaxed. The work is downstairs, not upstairs. Mistake 2. Holding the squeeze for too long. Remember, we want circulation, not tension. The release is as important as the squeeze. Mistake 3. Doing it with a full bladder. Always empty your bladder before practicing this. The 10-minute morning engine routine. So, how do we put all this together? You don't need an hour. You just need 10 minutes every morning right on your bed. Here is Dr. Vikram's prescription for a healthy prostate. Minute 0 to 2, baby cobra pose. Lie on your stomach. Lift your chest gently. Hold for 10 seconds, release. Repeat 5 times. Goal, wake up the kidneys and adrenals. Minute 2 to 5, butterfly pose. Sit up, feet together, flap your knees gently like wings. Close your eyes, breathe deeply. Goal, open the hip arteries and flush the groin with blood. Minute 5 to 8, Ashwini Mudra. Sit comfortably. Start the horse pulse. Perform 3 sets of 20 pulses, total 60 pulses. Rest for 30 seconds between sets. Goal, tighten the valve and pump the prostate. Minute 8 to 10, Shavasana, corpse pose. Just lie flat on your back, arms by your side, let your body absorb the energy. Goal, let the blood settle and circulate. I want you to try 1 set of Ashwini Mudra right now. Just 5 repetitions. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Can you feel the difference between squeezing the butt and squeezing the internal muscle? It is subtle. If you felt the internal lift, type I felt the lift in the comments. My friends, this technique is thousands of years old. It was kept secret by yogis to maintain their youth and vitality. Today, I am giving it to you. It costs 0 rupees. It requires no equipment. It requires only your discipline. If you do this every single day for 21 days, I promise you the dribble will stop, the urgency will fade, and you might just find a new spark of energy returning to your life that you thought was lost forever. But there is one final layer. We have fixed the diet, video 1 and 3. We have fixed the toilet mechanics, video 2. We have fixed the internal blood flow, video 4. Is there anything left? Yes, there is one powerful therapy left. It involves using a special oil, thick like honey, and applying it to a mystical point on your body that connects 72,000 nerves. I am talking about the navel, Nabhi. What if I told you that putting 3 drops of a specific oil in your belly button before sleep could shrink your prostate from the outside in? This is called Nabhi Chikitsa, navel therapy. And combined with the famous castor oil pack, it is the final blow to BPH. In the next and final video, I will teach you the art of external therapy. But for now, get on your mat, become the cobra, be the butterfly, and harness the power of the horse. Are you going to start this 10-minute routine tomorrow morning? Commit to it now. Type tomorrow morning to lock in your promise. See you in the next video.
We have learned the big three: Cobra, Butterfly, and Ashwini Mudra. But I know exactly what some of you are thinking right now. Dr. Vikram, this looks easy for you, but my back is as stiff as a board. Dr. Vikram, my knees don't touch the floor, they touch my ears. Dr. Vikram, I don't have time in the morning. Relax, my friends. Yoga is not about touching your toes, it is about what you learn on the way down. In this final part, I want to give you the safety manual and the secret of invisible yoga. Because if you hurt yourself on day 1, you will quit on day 2, and I cannot let you quit. Number 1. Troubleshooting. What if I am too stiff? Let's look at the butterfly pose again. If your hips are tight, dead pelvis, your knees will be high up in the air. If you try to force them down with your hands, you will injure your groin muscles. The fix: use props. Grab 2 pillows from your bed. Place 1 pillow under each knee. Now let your knees rest on the pillows. This support tells your nervous system it is safe to relax. When your body feels safe, the muscles release tension faster. Do not fight gravity, use support. Now the Cobra pose. If you have a slip disc or severe back pain, lifting up high is dangerous. The fix: do the Sphinx pose. Instead of using your palms to push up, rest on your forearms, elbows on the ground. Look forward gently like the Sphinx statue in Egypt. This gives you 50% of the benefit with 0% of the risk. Number 2. The secret of invisible yoga. Desk yoga. This is my favorite tip for busy men. You can't do the Cobra pose in your office meeting. Your boss will think you're crazy. But you can do Ashwini Mudra right in front of your boss and he will never know. This is called invisible yoga. Whenever you are stuck in traffic or sitting in a boring meeting or watching the 9 p.m. news, start the pump. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Use dead time to build live energy. If you do this just 20 times during your commute, you're turning a stressful traffic jam into a prostate therapy session. That is smart time management. I want you to think of one place in your daily routine where you can do invisible yoga. Is it while driving? While reading the newspaper? Type your secret spot in the comments. Let's give each other ideas. Number 3. The missing link: stress and the breath. Pranayama. Before we close this video, I must address one invisible enemy. You can pump blood, you can drink tea, but if your mind is full of stress, your manhood will never work. Why? Because of a hormone called cortisol. When you are stressed, worrying about money, family, health, cortisol floods your blood. Here's the medical truth. Cortisol kills testosterone. They are biological enemies. They cannot exist in the room at the same time. If cortisol is high, testosterone goes to 0. So, to fix your prostate and your potency, you must lower your stress. How? With one simple breathing technique called Anulom Vilom, alternate nostril breathing. The 2-minute cool down. After you finish your morning routine, Cobra, Butterfly and Ashwini Mudra, sit for just 2 more minutes. Close your right nostril with your right thumb. Inhale deeply through the left nostril. Close the left nostril with your ring finger. Exhale through the right nostril. Inhale right, close right, exhale left. This is 1 round. Do this for 2 minutes. This balances the left brain, logic and worry, and the right brain, creativity and relaxation. It switches your nervous system from fight or flight, sympathetic, to rest and repair, parasympathetic. And remember, healing only happens when you are in rest and repair mode. Number 4. The 21-day contract and what to expect. We are about to end video 4. You now have a complete physical toolkit. I'm asking you for 21 days. Why 21? Because psychology tells us it takes 21 days to break an old habit, sitting still, and build a new one, moving. Week 1, you will feel stiff. Your muscles might ache a little. You might forget to do Ashwini Mudra. That's normal. Don't stop. Week 2, you will notice your knees dropping lower in the butterfly. You will notice you can hold the squeeze longer. The dribbling after urination will start to decrease.
Week 3, you will wake up feeling lighter. The heavy dragging sensation in your pelvis will vanish. You will feel a new warmth in your groin area, that is blood flow returning. We are building a community of warriors here. If you have any pain or difficulty with these exercises, ask me in the comments. I reply to my subscribers. Don't suffer in silence. Ask Dr. Vikram. My friends, we have traveled a long way together. We fixed the mechanics, sitting versus standing. We cleaned the filter, the detox tea. We started the engine, yoga and Ashwini Mudra. Your internal machinery is now ready to run smoothly. But there is one final layer of protection, a shield that we can apply from the outside. Imagine if you could apply a healing patch directly over your bladder and prostate that sucks out inflammation while you sleep. Imagine using a specific oil known as the palm of Christ to penetrate deep through your skin and soften the hard prostate tissue. This is the ancient art of external basti and nabhi chikitsa, or navel therapy. In the next and final video of this series, video 5, I'm going to teach you how to make a castor oil pack at home. It's messy, it's sticky, but it's miraculous. You don't want to miss the grand finale. Make sure you have subscribed and rung the bell. Roll up your yoga mat, drink a glass of warm water, and I'll see you in video 5. Namaste.